What's going on, guys? It's Cool 200 here, and I normally don't do this. I never make any, NASCAR rant videos or anything, but this one's pretty important. So, I read online, of course, and saw 3 videos about this. So, apparently after the race yesterday at 7:30 p.m., the CEO of NASCAR, Brian France, was arrested for DUI and some kind of drugs. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I don't even know where to start with this one. How stupid. Oh, by the way, I'm trying to get this up as soon as possible, so there will be no intro, no outro. This has got to go up. Oh my gosh. Brian France, the CEO of a sport, gets arrested. This blows my mind. I mean, yeah, I shouldn't be shocked, you know. He's a terrible person, and everybody wants him out of NASCAR, including me. But after Chase Elliott won the race yesterday, it hit media centers all over the world. Let's see, what a MSN, Fox Sports News, NBC, Sports Center, top of the headlines. This was great for NASCAR. No negativity, nothing like that. It was perfect, the perfect night for NASCAR. It needed this. And then Brian France, of course, has to ruin it all. Gets arrested in New York. I mean, I'm sure he's out now, but what an idiot. How stupid can you be? Why? This is what NASCAR needed. And Brian France just puts it in the ball, throws it in the trash, gets in the slammer. What an idiot. If we don't hear a story about Brian France getting arrested at the end of this week, I'm going to count the end of this week on Friday night. Friday night. If we do not see any headlines about Brian France getting arrested, or not arrested, fired, that's it. This sport is doomed, pretty much. And NASCAR is my favorite sport. Like, my favorite sport. Like, there's so many diecasts behind me. Like, yeah, I have a little bit of football stuff. Sure, I've got a little baseball thing right there. Couldn't point to it. But NASCAR is my number one sport. Okay? Number one sport. And I hate to see it like this. But this has to stop. I don't like to talk bad about NASCAR, but this has to stop. Brian France needs to be kicked out for good. If they want it to stay in the France family, fine. Give it to his sister or something. I don't know his sister, but I think she runs like another racing series, and I heard she's doing a pretty good job with it. I don't know what the series name is or anything, because I don't really watch anything outside of NASCAR that's racing related at all. I've watched like a few drag racing things, but I don't know what that is all about. So, besides, you know, you go down the stretch and try and win. But I know drag racing is way more than that. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, Brian France needs to go. Since he came into the company in 2003, he has ruined NASCAR. And his grandfather and dad built this sport from the ground up and did an amazing job. But this has to stop. There's always a point in a family where their son or whatever just can't do it. And this is that point. 2003 was that point. And NASCAR has dipped in ratings. We all know that. I don't talk about it at all, but we all know. And it's because of that man. And I know there was like a thing where like NASCAR is up for sale or something. Someone needs to buy it or kick out Brian France, because we can't have a CEO that's going to jail for drinking and driving. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. The sport is going to lose so many fans if Brian France isn't gone. So, NASCAR, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, but if you are, listen to these words. Brian France is no good. He needs to be fired immediately. Listen to your real fans, the ones that have stuck with you, and fire Bill France immediately. Now, I heard that they were trying to get facts and stuff, That's fine. Take all the time you need. Grab those facts from the cops or wherever you're getting them from. But we know this. He was arrested, he was drinking and driving, and he had drugs. And he's been terrible for the sport. That should already be enough. This needs to end now. Listen to us. Listen to the fans. Comments down below if you want Bill France fired. I want to see, how many do I want? I want to see 5 comments at least talking about Bill France getting fired. Because this is an important matter. This isn't a NASCAR parody. This isn't NASCAR reviews. This is real. I mean, yeah, those are real. But this is doing with the real sport itself, not just their products. 5 comments about Bill France getting fired. Make them as funny as possible, because I love it. And guys, hashtag Bill France fired. This is ridiculous. I never wanted to come on here and talk bad about NASCAR. But there's a positive. Out of all this negativity, there is a positive. And the positive is, if Bill France did get fired, just think of who the new CEO is. Just think of the uprising of NASCAR. Someone who actually cares about this sport. Not someone who doesn't show their face on TV or doesn't connect with the fans. The only time that I even heard about Bill France being on TV is, I think, speaking at Donald Trump's press conference or something. He needs to deal with the sport, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care what we think, I guess. I mean, I know he hears us, but he just puts earplugs in and pretends that he can't hear us. We need Bill France out.